Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Roxanne with Enjoying Everyday Life, and I'm going to give you guys 4 easy ways to discover your purpose. If you like the content, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with someone else that would be blessed. God says what we freely receive, freely give. We know other people need it too. Okay, number 1, your natural passions. It's your desires. It's something you've always been drawn to. It attracts you. It's like a man and a woman. They don't have to fight it. They don't have to reason it. It's not forced. It's just you see that and you're attracted, right? You're drawn to it. You like it. It does something inside of you. It resonates with you. Well, the same way with the purpose. In any area, that thing that puts some pep in your step, it gets you up in the morning. It gives you a reason to keep going. Think about that thing right now, guys. That one thing that if you could do anything for the rest of your life, every day, money was not a problem, what would it be? It could be something that you liked when you were younger and it changed and it came back, or it's something completely new. Sit and think about that. Number 2, natural gifts and spiritual gifts. So you're going to be naturally and spiritually gifted in this area. Why? Well, if God's going to give you a purpose, which He does, He's going to have to equip you. He's going to grace you to be able to perform this job or this function or whatever it is you're called to do. Do you like to cook? Are you good and you put your heart in it, but it comes with ease and you enjoy it? And you sit down and you watch someone eat it and they're just mouth watering. They're just in awe and they won't stop bugging you about, oh, cook me sausage or brownies or whatever it is. What if you're really good at math? You were the kid in school that you didn't have to use a calculator. You didn't have to use a pen and paper or pencil and paper. You just knew it. Think right now, what's one of those things, guys, that you are just good at? What if it's counseling people? What if people came to you even before you knew the Lord? Those gifts and talents are with us even before we give ourselves to Christ. What's that thing? Like maybe people would come to you all the time, and even though your life was working all great, but you could tell them the exact thing. You had the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding to fix their problem, guys, and it worked. You produced results in their life. Well, God gave you that gift, those talents to match that purpose. Number 3. This is a little different. Just bear with me though. And this is in no way sinful fault finding. You have a hyper critical awareness of the faults and maybe the flaws of something, an operating system. Maybe there's a song and you're a songwriter and maybe you said, oh, I could do it better. Or maybe you're a doctor and somebody did cosmetic surgery and you're like, it's nice, but they could have just tweaked it here. Or maybe you're a pastor or a preacher and you go to church every Sunday and you love them and you're so excited to hear the word, but you just can't help that nagging feeling of the automatic just ideas that come bubbling up in you. Oh my gosh, if they would just do it this way, or add this to the worship, or put a prophet, let there be evangelist, let people come in and train. We want to hear the word, but we want to do the word and send people out, send them, do it all day long. Or maybe you're a teacher in education and a teacher came up with a curriculum for your child and you see it and you're like, if they would just let me make the curriculum, you could come up with some things. Maybe you beat yourself up over it, but maybe today God just set you free by letting you know that that is a sign, an indicator that that is part of your purpose, that that's the direction you need to focus on. All right, guys, number 4, pain points, challenges. You know, the Bible says that Jesus learned quick obedience through the things He suffered, and He was moved with compassion to heal, to raise the dead, to cast out demons. Why? Because guys, when we have suffered something, when we have allowed the Lord to break us and to make us and to mold us into His image, then we go out and we are provoked to act. We can see a single mom and she has no gas and she has to get her kids to the doctor. We're not just saying, oh no, we're gonna have the kind of empathy that moves. You're gonna give her gas money. You're gonna take her, you're gonna, get her a car. Or maybe the other things. Maybe you've been abused all your life, or you were traumatized, and you see that the healthcare system isn't helping vets or people with PTSD or people with kidney diseases or diabetes nowadays. Medicine's out of this world expensive, right? And people are dying, and people are living beneath what they should be because we have a greedy system, or it's not working right. And you say, God, I remember that time that my mom was sick for weeks because we just didn't have the money, or maybe I had to work 3 jobs and I couldn't enjoy life, and I missed my kids growing up because I had to work so hard to pay for that medical bill. It's something. Or maybe you were in a narcissistic relationship and somebody really wounded you, and you've recovered, and you see it happening, or you're talking to someone and they're explaining something, and you jump to take action to help. You are moved with compassion because your pain, you relate, right? It resonates with you. And not only because you've walked it, and because you have knowledge in it, and because you're confident, you have passion and compassion, and they receive you. The receptivity and that thing or whatever it is that you're doing is a big indication that you're on the right road, guys. So just this week, think about it. Think about your passions. Think about your pain points. Think about your natural desires or your spiritual and natural abilities. God's going to show you exactly what you need to know, because He has a calling and a purpose so great. He says, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man those things which He has prepared for those who love Him. Because guys, after all, it is God who is all the while at work in us to will and to work His good pleasure. Why? Because your purpose is always gonna lead to serving people in the kingdom. And one sign that your purpose is not from God, or that you're seeking and thinking that something that you want to do is of God, you can check it by this standard. Is it edifying others? Is it self-seeking? Because God's purpose for you is always going to be to help others, to reach others for His glory. All right, guys. Well, thank you again. Have a good week. I love you all. See you next time.